So, what are the conditions for one to become a prophet? And I've mentioned in another video, the way Maimonides explains it is that prophecy is something that is on a spectrum. And he says that every person has the capacity or the potential to be a prophet. And in fact, he kind of encourages us to develop that prophecy for ourselves, which is intuition, by the way, that we need to have that intuition so that it helps us uh, get information or knowledge that will protect us from danger and guide us to success and things like that. And it talks of three perfections that you need to acquire so that you grow your intuition for yourself. And he says you need to have mental perfection acquired by training. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell us how this training happens or what it entails. He also tells us that the perfection of natural constitution of the imaginative faculty, which is, this is basically a gift, like you can't improve or at least it doesn't tell us whether there is a way we can increase our imaginative faculty. He also talks about moral perfection produced by the suppression of every thought of bodily pleasures. Now, this is one thing that we can do, and in fact, he talks about it a lot throughout the book in different parts. He talks about bodily pleasures, and he says how they make our intuition to go down. As more as we do not suppress our bodily pleasures, we dump down or we slow our ability to be intuitive. And I was reading this, and it's coming up again and again, and I was thinking, so maybe this, whatever we're seeing sexualized content all over the place, might be not by accident. Maybe there's somebody somewhere, some people somewhere who know something about this, and they're throwing this, making us so sexualized, and they know by so doing, they then reduce our ability to be intuitive and to be prophets to ourselves and to others, and to accommodate knowledge that will maybe make us more human, if I might say. So he says this a lot throughout the book about suppressing your bodily pleasures. The more you suppress your bodily pleasures, the more you increase your intuition, and you are becoming more intuitive, and you can see more things that you need to see, but you are not seeing. And then he says anybody who wants to be a prophet, their thoughts must be engaged in lofty matters, like things that are beyond the material things. They must be, their attention should be directed to divinity or God or things like that, and to consider things like universe and all such kinds, and that they must believe. So they must have that kind of understanding. There must be absence of lower desires and appetites. I've already said that. Like you have to really reduce your desires for. He calls them lower desires and appetites, and of seeking after pleasure in eating, drinking, and cohabitation. And in short, every pleasure connected with the sense of touch. Like I've said, he explains this. He tells us that this kind of lowers our intuition. It makes us less able to get or grasp knowledge that will protect us from danger or guide us to become more perfect as human being or be more successful. So we need to deal with that. It is further necessary to suppress every thought of desire for unreal power and dominion. That is to say, for the victory, increase of followers, acquisition of honor, and service for the people without any ulterior object. Like, if we are doing these things because we want to have power or to have more followers, and now we want to be prophets because we want to have these powers and followers and acquisitions of honor, then that is also going to suppress our ability to be intuitive and to be prophets. So we need to watch about that. Yeah, so when one of the things I would say I learned by reading Maimonides on the issue of prophet, or a few of the things I learned, is that everybody has the ability to be a prophet. And a prophet does not mean like telling people about religious information. It's about being able to get knowledge from out there in that not everyone is able to get. And you can get this knowledge for yourself. You just sit and you are intuitive to know things, or you can learn things that will help other people around you. And in fact, he says even scientific knowledge or discovery, that is prophecy. Somebody sits down and somehow they are able to acquire this knowledge that then goes out to help other human beings. So, and then he tells us how to, and I've gone through the list of things that can enable one to become a prophet for themselves, to be intuitive for themselves, or to become a prophet that gets information or knowledge that can benefit others.